I'm Brittany Egbert from One Charming Party, and we have a tasty treat for you today. I have Heather here from Orson Gygi's.
Hi.
Do you want to tell us how we can find Gygi?
Yes, we have a wonderful large kitchen store in Salt Lake City, so if you're in Utah, come see us there. If you're not fortunate to come to our store, we have a wonderful website, www.gygi.com. And all of these things are on there, so you can come get it all.
Super, and what are we going to make today?
We are going to make little mini caramel apples.
Mini for the kids.
Mini for the kids. Also, we were joking around that the caramel and chocolate ratio is much better with the smaller apples, so you're not stuck with all that apple that, you know, heaven forbid you have to eat. Right. So we're going to make it really easy and really fun so that it gets kids involved too.
My kids love that.
Yes.
My mom always makes caramel apples every single year, and I'm kind of embarrassed. I've never helped her make any, so I'm excited for this.
Just some tricks so that next time when she does it, you can show her up and show her some new secrets.
I won't be able to show her up, but she'll be glad that I at least know something.
Well, perfect. Well, let's get started. We melted some caramel down. We sell this Peter's caramel over here in a 5-pound brick. The nice thing about this is it's wonderful. I quit making my own caramel because it tastes so good and
it's delicious
and very cost effective. And the number one reason why people buy it is because you don't have to unwrap all those little squares, and most of the time I eat more than I'm unwrapping, so at least this will keep the caramel in the pot this time. So we put that in the oven, 200 degrees, for about an hour and a half, and that'll get it the perfect consistency. If
you put this in the oven?
Yeah, and so we stuck it in one of these Le Creuset pots. If you're not fortunate to have one of these, ask for one for Christmas, or you can just use a heavy stock pot, but you want something that will really hold the heat.
This will melt in the oven?
Yes, and it's perfect because on the stovetop you can burn it a little bit quicker. You just have to watch it if you do it. So it's quicker on the stovetop, so if you don't have a lot of time, you can do it on there. Just turn it on low to medium heat and just watch it and constantly stir it because it will burn.
So how long in the oven again?
About an hour and a half, depending on your oven. We did it at 200 degrees, so you can just kind of watch it and see, but it won't really burn in there unless you left it in there all day. So
don't tell the kids that you're starting carameled apples yet. Get the caramel melted.
And the oven's low enough that you won't even know that it's on. So you want it to get to be about a pourable consistency. You'll see here that it's a little bit thicker, but it still pours right off your spoon. Just know that the thicker the caramel is, the more it'll stick to the apple, so that if you want to start a little thinner, then just warm it up a little bit more. But we'll start with these cute little apples. These are little mini Fujis. They're a little hard to find. I got them at a little market here called Size Market, but you can probably find them at any apple orchard. Just ask for some minis and they'll help you find them.
They're called schoolboys or something. I can't remember what
they're called. There's a couple different names for them. He just said they were mini Fujis, so I'm sure you could just ask for little mini apples. And it's that time of year, so they're easy to find. So we've got these great sticks that have a little point on them that they'll poke right directly into your apple. You want to be careful not to go too far down.
Okay.
But you'll just go right where the stem is. Some people like to take the stems out.
I take the stem out, but your stem is so cute. Let's leave your stem in.
It's a little country looking. So you can pick it out, and then once you've got it out, just poke it in. And they're a little hard. I sometimes will tap it on the table and push it in a little bit, just so it gives you a little bit more force. And I like it when they're a little off-centered. Some people are really picky and they want to find it exactly so your stick stands straight up, but I like them to have a little more character.
Off-center is great.
Yeah, so then you'll want to dip that in the pot.
Would you wash the apple first?
Yes,
These have already been washed.
Yes, make sure you take off the wax because that will help your caramel stay on, because if there's too much wax on there, then it'll just slide off. Okay. So yes, we have pre-washed these.
Are we ready to dip?
Yeah, we are ready to dip. So stick it right in the pot and you'll just kind of twirl it around. Perfect. And then take a spoon and push it up against the side. Perfect. And then you'll lift it up and take the spoon and scrape off the bottom. That's always my favorite part to eat.
Now we'll let the pro do it.
No, you're good. And then just let it sit for a sec because you don't want it to puddle down on the bottom too much. I like a little bit, but
mine's going to puddle.
No, you're just fine. And you'll see it as it's drying. It starts to get kind of a rough, textured looking to it. And then as it starts to harden, it will get really shiny like we have already done over here. You'll see it's got a nice shine. So once you've taken these, just kind of hang it upside down for a sec. And then you'll stick them in the fridge. And that will cause it to not slide off too much.
I want to dip one more of these. Let's just scooch it over a little bit. Okay, you're going to help me.
Okay, so stick it right back in the pot, and then take your spoon and push it up the sides. Perfect. Your mom has nothing on
I was
there.
going to say, it's not that hard, Mom. Just kidding, no.
Then lift it
She's
up.
going to watch.
She's probably going to critique the way I'm doing it.
No, she's not. She's the sweetest lady in the entire world.
And then just kind of like let the excess drip off. This is where the kids want to stick their finger in there. Just remind them that it's hot. Then hang it upside down for a sec. It causes it to kind of come down this way rather than down the bottom.
Kids can do this. I think my kids could
absolutely
totally do that.
And with these nice pots, so that it holds the temperature nicely, so you can actually pull it off the stovetop and allow them to do it on the counter. Okay. So then we stick it in the fridge, let it harden until it's not too sticky to touch. And then that's when it's ready to start dipping into the chocolate. And if you're going to do different layers of chocolate, make sure that you let it harden in between, because if you do it while the chocolate's still soft, it will pull off the excess.
So I'm going to dip. You take the bigger one.
So take that, and you'll really use the same technique that you used for your caramel. So you'll dip that in and just kind of scoop it up the sides.
So dip it in like this?
Yep. And yours is a little bit smaller, so yours...
Mine's easier?
Yep.
Oh, that's already so cute.
Perfect. And then lift it up and just let the excess drip off. You can scrape it off again, just like you did before. If you're going to do big chunks of things, say like Snickers or something that's this is when you'd want to do it, because you want your caramel or your chocolate to be pretty soft still.
Well, I love Oreo. Can I do my Oreo now, or do I need to wait?
Just scrape a little bit. You've got a little bit excess on there, or else it'll kind of puddle on there. And I'm going to do orange sprinkles, because orange and brown are perfect for Halloween.
So do I just sprinkle it, dip it?
You can do it both ways. If you want to sprinkle and just get a little bit, or if you want it really heavy on the bottom, dip it right in.
Dip it so I don't get my hands in all
roll
your
it right in.
Oreos. Oh, my kids would love this. I think Grandma should be teaching my kids how to do this.
And there's so many fun things you can do with it.
Am I done?
Yeah, that's perfect. And then you'll stick those back in the fridge and let it harden. And then they're ready to go.
I love that. And so then you put little tags on there so everybody knows.
Yeah, you can use them. If you say you're having a Halloween party or something, use them as place card holders for every place setting, or else kids love to see their name on anything. So if you're giving a little personalized gift for a party or something, they love to see that you actually wrote their name on it. They feel really special.
That's true, they do. And then when everybody wants to eat their apple, they'll say, no, that's my apple.
That's mine, don't touch.
Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much for showing us. So all this stuff is available on Gygi.com?
It is, yes.
The caramel, the chocolate, all the sprinkles.
The sticks, everything, yes.
Get your own apples.
Yes.
Well, Heather, thank you so much for coming on the show and showing us how to make these apples. I just thought of something. When we eat ours, sometimes we cut the pieces right off instead of eating it that way. So we just cut it off. Maybe another little tip there for you. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on. And everybody have a happy Halloween and make some carameled apples.